Pass your awareness down the body, starting at the head, and let me know if you find anything.
In the head, I just I keep having it's like a it's a, not a feeling in the body, but like a something from the outside that keeps peering in. Like I don't know what that. It's just kind of peeks in to my head, like it's hanging out there.
Mm-hmm. And this thing that feels like it's peering in, are you able to see what it looks like? Do you get a sense of that?
Yeah, like a clown.
Okay. And I'm going to speak directly to this clown and I'm going to ask this clown, what is it that you're doing there? Tell me what comes through.
Watching
Hmm. And why are you watching Christine?
to laugh
Hmm. Why do you want to laugh at her? What's the purpose of that?
it's funny to watch.
Mm. And are you attached to her or are you simply following her around?
Following.
Hmm. And did she invite you to do this or are you doing it
No,
on your own?
no,
Hmm. Are you affecting Christine in any way? Are you influencing her?
I try.
Tell me what you try to do.
Scare her, give her visuals at night
And why would you do that?
to keep her feeling dark.
Mm. Why do you want her to feel dark? How does that help you?
Because when she's afraid, she won't move forward.
Mm. Why is it that you don't want her to move forward?
No,
Why do you want her to stay stuck?
because she can help others.
Hmm. And what happens if she helps others?
Then they move forward
Well, why is it that you aren't moving forward? Why is it that you're staying stuck?
because this is where I'll always be.
Mm. And did someone tell you that, or is that just how you feel?
I just know
Mm.
this is my role.
Yes. Do you enjoy this role? Does it bring you satisfaction? Or are you tired of playing this role?
It doesn't seem to work quite as well as I hoped.
Yeah. She's getting stronger, isn't she?
She's blocked the night visions out.
Hmm. Well, here's the thing that I would like to share with you today. You've been feeling for a very long time like this is your role, and all in life that you have to do is just to hold her back. But I'm here today to tell you that you have the opportunity to go to another place, to have another experience, one that you get to create in any way that you like, one that allows you to move forward and create the life that you desire. How does that sound to you?
It sounds like something that won't ever happen.
Mm. Well, I'm going to bring in my team of angels because they're beautiful and amazing. I'm going to have them begin to speak with you. But first, I want to help you to find your light. It's the spark of light that's always been inside of you that you've forgotten was there. I'm going to ask the beautiful angels to begin to shine light in to that which you are, activating that divine spark of light, making it bigger, expanding it out, making it so bright that you remember who you really are. And as that light expands around you, tell me how you see yourself now. What do you look like?
I look sad,
Mm.
not
Tell
as
me what,
scary.
yeah. Tell me what's making you feel so sad.
because this is just what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Make, make people scared.
Yeah. Ask the angels to remind you of who you truly are and tell you what you're really here to do. What do they share with you?
That I don't know. I've been doing this for so long. This is all that I know.
You've forgotten your light, haven't you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem like there's any.
Yeah,
And I want other people to feel as dark as I do.
yeah. Let's see if we can find out where that darkness comes from. I want you to feel deep inside of what you are. Tell me where you feel that darkness. Where do you feel that sadness?
In my heart and my throat.
Mm-hmm. And I want to take you back. I want to take you back to the last time that you might have had an incarnation, a physical body. See if you can find a lifetime where you felt that sadness and that darkness. Tell me if anything comes into your mind, any experience. What created that sadness?
I can just see I'm sitting on a bed and there's mean. It feels dark and I'm alone and there's no one there. And it, it feels like I've being taken over by anger,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm protecting myself from
Yeah,
the mean people in my life or the mean. I can't see anyone.
yeah.
Oh, I see a figure, but it's dark and like long arms, and it just looks like a monster.
Mm. Do you get a sense of how old you are there?
6, 5,
Mm-hmm.
6, young.
Very good. And this monster, does this monster feel like a person? Does this monster feel like something else?
Yeah, it's a person that turns into a monster when they're mad
Mm-hmm.
and they scare me.
And this person that turns into a monster, do you have a connection to them? Who are they to you?
I think it's my dad.
Yes. And tell me what happens when your dad turns into a monster. What does he do?
Yells and screams and gets angry and throws things, and everything's all my fault.
And how does that make you feel?
Terrified and angry because I know it's not my fault, but I have to make it my fault so that I don't get in trouble.
So here's what I want you to do, sweetheart. In this space where you are, we can call on the light of the divine, beautiful source light that runs throughout your body. I want you to imagine that beautiful light pouring into you now. And as it does, we are calling back all of your power. That source light is going to make you strong. I want you to see yourself standing up, becoming tall, becoming very powerful, even at the young age of 5 or 6. And as you become brighter, you begin to illuminate the room where you are. I want you to connect with your dad, mind to mind, telepathically. And I want you to see if you can understand why it is that he's so angry and he yells at you. Tell me what comes through.
He's out of control. He doesn't know how to He doesn't know how to stop it.
Mhm. And does it feel like this is within him, or does it feel like he may have something that's controlling him?
Something else.
Mm-hmm. Yes. We're going to ask for the help of Archangel Michael, who's here with us. And we're going to ask that if your father can be cleared of this entity, this being today, Michael will place the net of light around your father with the intention of clearing away any dark energies, any heaviness that is causing him to be out of control. Michael will pulse an electric blue light energy into that net. And anything that can be removed is being lifted up and out, cleared up and out. And as those energies are cleared, I want you to imagine the light of Source flowing into your dad. And that light flows through every cell in his body with the intention of clearing, cleansing, reactivating the light within him, helping him to remember who he truly is. And as that happens, I want you to tell me, do you notice any shifts or changes within him? What do you see?
I see an overwhelming amount of guilt and sadness because he doesn't know why he was the way that he was. He's
And how
never
does
felt he's never felt that.
yes, knowing that he has had his own darkness controlling him, and now he's able to sense what he has done. Do you feel like you could forgive him?
Yes.
What I want you to do is just take a moment and speak to your father. I first want you to tell him how he's made you feel. And then I want you to offer him any love and forgiveness that you can offer to help him release fully this darkness that he carries within. You can speak out loud or you can speak in your mind.
Okay.
Beautiful. We're going to bring all of your power that was taken from you in that lifetime where you were yelled at, where you felt unloved, and we're going to call it back through time and space to this where you are now, this now time. And as you bring all of your power back, I want the angels to flood your heart with so much love, reminding you of the love that you've always had, resides deep within your own heart. Allow that love to expand out around you. All of that beautiful energy. And as you receive that love, tell me how you feel now.
Warm
Wonderful.
and relaxed.
Well, Archangel Michael is going to open up the light of Source. And I want you to find that light of Source and I want you to look into it and tell me who's waiting for you in the light.
There is my dad, but other men
Mm-hmm.
behind him.
Do you recognize those men?
No, but I feel like they're a part of him.
Mm, wonderful. And what does your father say to you?
Thank you.
Have you helped him back into the light today?
Yes.
Wonderful. Are you ready to release from Christine and to go home, back into the light, back to create a new journey for yourself?
Yes.
Wonderful. Archangel Michael is going to assist you. I want you to begin to clear all of your energy from her energy field. Michael is going to give you his hand, and he is going to lead you back into the light, back home, and back to the next part of your journey. Christine, I want you to feel all of that energy leaving and disconnecting from you. And we send this being with so much light and love. And I want to just begin to cleanse the area. I know this entity was not directly attached to you, but we're going to bring in a beautiful healing light. What color represents healing for you?
Um, um, Sometimes gold. I think that's my first, like, flickering gold.
Beautiful. So I want you to imagine that beautiful golden energy flowing around your auric field, around your body. We are setting the intention that this energy is cleansing and clearing any areas where this being was attached. We're going to ask Michael to cut any cords or connections connected to this being. We're going to bring that energy down into your crown and make sure if there was any connections that were made, those are being transmuted, dissolved. And tell me how that area feels now. Do you sense anything there? Does it feel clear?
Yeah, when he was going, I could feel a pulling in my um, my neck and shoulder,
Okay.
like
So it feels
this
like he was
area.
connected in.
Yeah, like this
Okay.
area right here.
All right. So let's focus on bringing that golden light down into the shoulders and the neck, anywhere where you felt that energy. And that golden light, simply through intention, is just going to transmute the energies there. It's going to fill in any holes that were left behind. And I'm going to ask while you're doing that, Archangel Michael to do a scan of your field. And if there are any open portals, any AI portals open within or around your energy field, that those are being closed. And just tell me how that's feeling.
I can feel like a pressure right in my chest.
Okay. Let's check on that pressure and see what we have going on there. I want you to connect with that pressure. Feel into that pressure and tell me if that pressure has an emotion connected to it.
Uh, well, the first word that came in was anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And is this anxiety, is this your anxiety, or does this anxiety belong to someone else?
Just mine.
Okay. Let's see if we can find out where that anxiety began. I want you to follow that feeling of anxiety. Follow it back through time and space, just allowing yourself to drift and float through time and space. And we want to locate the very first time you felt that anxiety in this life or another, drifting and floating and finding the first time you felt that anxiety and to be there now. Tell me where you are, what you see, what's coming to you.
I'm in my first house with my mom and my sister and my dad. My mom and dad are fighting. I can't hear what they're saying. I think my mom's really mad. My dad's just sitting and we're leaving. It's the middle of the night.
Are you leaving with both parents or just one?
Just my mom.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what happens next.
We go in the car and it's dark and I don't understand what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I just know Dad looked mad and Mom looked mad, but I didn't understand why. And we're going to my mom's friend's house.
Tell me what kind of emotions, other than anxiety, are you feeling? Anything else coming up for you?
Scared, nervous, just a lot of fear.
I want you to feel in to this experience, connecting deeply with your inner knowing. What do you need to understand about this experience with your mom? What's important to know?
Mom was doing what she thought was best. My dad was drunk and angry, and she didn't want to put up with it. She didn't want us to witness anything, so she wanted to leave before things got too bad.
And how does that make you feel with that deeper understanding of what was happening?
It makes me feel protected by my mom, but not, but have less trust with my dad because he wasn't trying to keep us safe. He was the scary one.
I want you to take just a moment again in this space where we are. It's very easy to connect telepathically, mind to mind, with your father in this scene. And as you connect with him, I want you to see if you can understand what was creating all of this anger, what was happening within him.
His undealt with past and his job. His job was asking him to not be the person he was or wanted to be.
And how was that making him feel?
Angry, controlled, repressed.
I want you to see yourself standing there, connected with him. And we're going to ask your father to speak with you. What does he want you to understand about how he was feeling? What does he want you to know as his daughter?
That it's not my fault. That he is sorry. He didn't know any better. He was trying to do good things and help people, but he was getting nowhere and felt like he wasn't doing any good. He didn't know how to cope with those big emotions, so he would drink with his friends after work.
So let's use that beautiful divine source light energy. That's the energy that runs through everything in our universe. And when we call upon that source light, we have the ability to heal, to change past experiences. I want you to imagine pouring that beautiful light all over your dad. And we are setting the intention that as he receives this light, but it is helping him to clear away these fears, the frustrations, the anger that he's held on to. It's releasing all of that dark, heavy energy. Just imagine it draining out of the bottoms of his feet. And also bringing it into your mother, giving her her power back, her strength, her knowing, her confidence, clarity, knowing what to do. And as you look at your father as he receives this light, tell me how he appears to you now.
Thankful, calm, at ease.
Wonderful. And now that he's feeling calmer and at ease, and your mother is there, placing yourself back in that scene where we began, bringing the light of Source over this entire scene with the intention of clearing the energy, flooding this scene with love, with peace, contentment. I want you to see this scene play out in a higher way, a better way. Tell me what happens now.
My dad gets up from the table, and instead of looking over at us with a mad stare, he comes over and tells my mom that he's really sorry and he didn't mean to scare everybody. He just had a really rough night at work. And he bends down to me and says that he's sorry for scaring us. That he was just a big person having a big feeling, but he knows how to handle it. And he has a glass of chocolate milk with me and brings me up to bed rather than us leaving. And we wake up the next day, and my mom and dad seem happier, feel more connected to my dad than disconnected.
Wonderful. I want you to bring that scene that you just walked through, almost as if you're pulling it through time and space and anchoring it deep within your heart. Memory is changing the entire experience, almost as if we are collapsing that timeline and letting it go, as it no longer serves. And as you bring that beautiful scene and anchor it into your heart, I want you to fill the heart up with that beautiful golden light. That golden light is going to fully release the anxiety that you felt, the fear, the nervousness, the worry. We're letting that all go, knowing now that that was simply an experience brought on by stress, that you are always safe and protected. And tell me how your heart's feeling now, the chest.
It's feeling warm and less constricted.
Wonderful. And we're going to ask Archangel Michael to assist with cutting any cords, connections connected between your mom, your dad, your sibling that are holding low vibrational energy, that are holding pain, anger, sadness. Michael is simply going to release those cords for you today, which allows that energy to begin to clear. And any other cords connected to any past experiences within your family, that need to release today. Michael's going to do that for you now. How are you feeling?
I feel like a tingling in my fingers,
Very good.
but I feel calm, and my chest feels like I can take a deeper breath now.
Wonderful. Very good. So that energy will continue to clear throughout the session and even after this session. Let's do another scan of the body, just scanning from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Tell me if you feel any other sensations or if the body feels clear.
I feel almost like a throbbing, not painful, but just like I can feel like a waving, throbbing feeling in my left leg all the way down through my ankle and my foot.
Okay. Let's see if we can figure out if that is just an energy that you are receiving, like a healing energy, or does it feel like there's something there that needs to be cleared?
Something that needs to be cleared.
Okay, very good. So I want you to connect in with that throbbing energy down the left leg. And as you connect in with it, let's see if there's an emotion tied to that energy. What comes through?
Resentment,
Very good. And is that resentment your resentment, or does that belong to someone else?
mine and others.
Okay. I want you to just allow yourself to find where that resentment began. Again, allowing yourself to drift and float, finding the lifetime or the experience where you first felt resentment. And tell me what comes up for you.
I am getting a lot of just from this life right
Mm,
now with
yeah,
my own situation,
yeah.
but also the resentment that my parents have that they don't express towards each other and their families.
Mm-hmm. Did you take on that resentment for them?
I think so. I think I saw them resenting each other and their family situations, and I took it on.
Mm-hmm. And so, what do you need to understand today about the resentment that your parents felt or they feel?
That they need to look within themselves because they're resenting each other for what each other is doing, but they're doing the same things. Like my mom resents my dad for his drinking, and my dad resents my mom for her weight and not being healthy. But they're both making unhealthy choices and resenting each other.
Very good. And so, what is it that you need to understand today to help you release all of the resentment that you've been carrying?
That in those situations when you're married to someone, you can't be mad at them for the way that they've grown up, the way they've been taught how to deal with things. It's just a process of learning, a process of unlearning. And you both have to have compassion for each other because you both bring things to the relationship that can cause resentment. Compassion for each other, compassion for yourself. And that will release the resentment.
What do you need to understand today about the power that you hold within?
It's very big. It's still it's still trapped inside. She keeps herself small.
Why does she do that?
Judgment. She's afraid to fall,
What do you want her to know about that?
that she will always be able to pick herself back up again, that she will always find a way, that she can be in the tightest, hardest, worst spot ever, and she'll figure a way out of it.
What does she need to know today to fully let go of this resentment that she feels towards her ex husband?
She needs to find the love in herself, for herself, and not have it from any outside source, just herself. She needs to stop trying so hard to be the best. She can just align and flow, and it will just come naturally to her.
Help her to understand what life will be like, what she will experience when she focuses on herself, her self love, staying in alignment and flow.
Harmony is the word.
Mm.
Not everything will be perfect, but there will be a calm, an ease, a sense of knowing rather than a sense of anxiety. She is the calm in the storm. And now she just needs to show that harmony and find that deep peace within her.
What are some things that she can do to help cultivate that peace, to find that harmony? What does she need to work on most?
Connection with others, connection with like minded people, connecting to herself, connecting to nature, protecting her energy, connecting with her kids.
Can you give her some ways that she can protect her energy? She is around a lot of different little ones, lots of energies that can be draining. What does she need to do to keep her energy levels up and protected?
She needs to have a good, solid practice in the morning that is consistent. She is already doing some physical activities, which are great, but a consistent practice connecting to source in the morning before she has to go into work.
Wonderful. So she had big financial loss last year. It's really taken a bit of a toll on her. What can you share with her about why she went through that experience?
To push her. She was holding on. That was a safety net keeping her from moving forward. She will be forced to take the steps to propel her in the direction she wants to go because that money is no longer there.
Well, what can you share with her about her path forward? Where is it that she's heading?
She will be helping others who have been in a similar situation to her. There's so many other people who struggle to find their light, who struggle to find their path. She thinks it's only her or a few others, but there's so many other people that feel the exact same way. And they just need to be reminded of that themselves. And she can help remind people of that children, adults, all people.
Will she continue to work with children in the way that she's doing now, or will that transform into something different?
She will continue on this path for a little while, as it will give her experience on dealing with energy, helping her own energy. But she will transform into another way of helping heal people.
And is there anything that you can share with her about that now, or anything that will help her as she moves towards that direction?
She needs to be at peace with where she's at. She's always trying to change, always trying to move past to the next thing. She just needs to be okay with where she's at, and things will come. It feels like it's going slow. It feels like it takes a long time. But these processes, when you've been through the darkness, take a while to find your light and work your way through them. And she just needs to ease into what is happening, where she is right now, and slowly make the changes.
Wonderful. And she said she feels like she might have some trust issues that need to be released. How can she release those trust issues to help her move forward?
She needs to trust herself. That's the only person she needs to trust. The reason she has trust issues is because she didn't trust herself in those times. She had an inner knowing that something was happening with her ex-husband. She had an inner knowing that something was going to go wrong financially, and she didn't trust herself. And that's where her trust issues are.
Talk to her about the importance of trusting her own inner guidance moving forward. What does she need to know?
She has all the power to know. She just has to tune in. When she's in that state of calm, the clarity will come and the harmony will be felt because she will just know. She will know what she feels is right, and she'll know which path to take.
What is her purpose in this life? Why is it that she chose this life to live? What does she come here to do?
Her purpose is to clear energies from the past, from other lifetimes. There's a lot of darker energies through different bloodlines that need to be cleared, and she's here to do that. And she's also here to help other people find their light and find her own, wherever, whatever she's doing. She doesn't need to pick one thing. She can do multiple things. She just needs to shine while doing them.
And she said she has some fear that comes up when she thinks about putting herself out there. How does she clear that up so she can begin to step out and share her light?
Tap into her inner power through meditation, visualization, seeing it, and then just slowly putting herself out there. Start small, work your way up, build the confidence, take the small steps.
When you said that she's here to clear the darkness of the past, is that just something that she does automatically through her experiences? Is that anything that she needs to actively work on? Anything you want to share with her about that?
She can automatically clear them by doing her own inner work. When she clears something within her, it clears the energy from the past. She's working through some very powerful ancestors. There are other guides here that are here to assist her with the clearing, but she doesn't need to actively do anything except go within. As she lives and shines her light, that will be amplified and that will clear.
Wonderful. And she wonders if she's holding on to any limiting beliefs she needs to be aware of, need to clear so she can move forward with ease.
That she's not good enough. That is her limiting belief. That she does not deserve any of the good things to come. That she's not capable or smart enough. She's comparing herself to others. She just needs to focus on her and what she can bring.
What do you want her to know today about being good enough? What would you like to share with her about that?
We all come here good enough. It's things that happen in our life that make us feel that way. We all deserve to be here. You deserve to be here. You are here to do work for the past. You are here to clear. You are good enough, or you wouldn't be here with this big job.
She loves to travel. She loves what she does with her her teaching and the kids. How can she bring those two together? Is that part of her path? Is that going to be happening in her life?
She will have to step outside of the the structured system to be able to do that. And she'll have to tap into her inner knowing to take the next steps down the right path. There will be opportunities. There will be more direction. But for right now, she just needs to focus on what she's doing and really trusting herself. Because if she does not trust herself, then she will not know which path to take.
And so she wonders what is one thing that she could be doing right now that is going to help propel her into that dream life that she's creating in her mind.
Stay in the current peace that she was feeling. She was calm over the summer and felt peaceful. She needs to work to stay there. She needs to do her morning ritual to tap in to herself every day, connect with herself every day. She has been avoidant of this. And that is the most important step, connecting with herself every day.
And she says she wonders these traumas that she's experienced with her husband and with the financial loss. It's the overall lessons they're trying to teach her. What else does she need to understand about these experiences?
These experiences were to allow her to step into her higher self. The compassion that she feels for other people is because of how deeply hurt she was. She can understand that in another person now. She's experienced an extreme financial loss, so she can understand what somebody in a situation of being in without can feel like. You cannot know what someone else is feeling to the depth until you have been there. And once you have been there, you can have empathy and compassion and understanding for another. And you can see why they may do the things they do that don't make sense to themselves or others. She can now deeply connect with other people who have been through very heartbreaking circumstances. She just needs to protect her energy and not take on everything of theirs. Understanding and compassion without taking everything on has to separate the two.
So, is there anything else that you can share with her today to help her fully move past the trauma surrounding the affair? Anything else she needs to know or understand?
This life, she did not come here to live a happy, bubbly, everything perfect life. She came here to learn, to see what the depths of betrayal can do to someone, to understand, to be able to look into the heart of another person and feel what they feel, to be able to see more than what is just the appearance on the outside, to see what someone is doing and understand why they are doing it. She will be able to live her dream life. She will be able to align with helping people the way she wanted to. She just needed to see why and how to help people.
So, any advice moving forward to deal with her ex, to just to help them find the balance, find the alignment that they need to co-parent together?
She cannot change what he is choosing to experience. She cannot change what he doesn't want to feel. That is his job, not hers. She can try to have conversations where she does not feel the sadness and the up. So the more work she does, the less she will feel that. And the more comfortable he will become with talking. But she can still never control what he chooses to talk about. But if his block is her emotions and his guilt, and she wants to have more conversations, then she will need to be less emotional, which means she will need to be more centered in herself. Or she can choose not to talk to him because she knows she has more of a knowing on what to do with her kids. She understands them very well, and she knows the steps to take, and they will be okay.
Very good. Thank you for that. She's had ongoing gut issues for quite a while. Can you tell her what's happening there?
Her nervous system. She has been living in fight or flight for way too long, even before her husband had an affair. She will need to do work on her nervous system. That is more of the daily work that she could do to tune in, tune into her nervous system, tune into herself, her body.
And at the end of the session, I'm going to do a nice clearing for her. Could we start that work on the nervous system healing today?
Yes, she is open to it.
Okay, wonderful. And then if you could tell her specifically how can she begin to work with her nervous system, the steps that she needs to take each day.
She needs to get proper sleep. She has never been good at sleeping. She wants to do too many things at night, but she is tired. Go to sleep. When she wakes up, she has a hard time moving in the morning. She may want to get something checked in the hormonal area. There is some physical symptoms that are manifesting, but she can journal. She avoids doing this, but this is very good for her. It will allow her thoughts to come out. It will allow her feelings and her emotions to become clear. It will allow all the overwhelm to be poured out onto paper. It doesn't need to be a big deal. She is overthinking everything that she needs to do, and then she doesn't do it. She just needs a simple practice. Journaling would be good for her. Breathing is good for her. But don't overcomplicate it.
Wonderful. She says, sometimes I feel like I don't have any real gifts to share. What can you share with her about what her gifts and abilities are in this life?
Her gifts and abilities, her ability is to be able to see into other people and connect with their emotions. She doesn't know that she's doing this. She doesn't know how she makes other people feel. Just her presence makes other people feel calm, makes other people feel at ease. Sometimes she is not at ease, so she doesn't see how she could make others feel this way. But she does. And her gifts will be to show others how they can shine, how they can make it through all of the tough things in life. Many people, including herself, cannot always see how they can make it through something. And once they do, they become the best versions of themselves. And she may not see this as a gift right now, but when she sees the effects she has on others and sees their light shining, that is one of the greatest gifts.
Wonderful. What does she have a connection to owls? What was the experience about with the owl that she found and then the other two owls that were sort of dive bombing her? What was happening there?
They were here to send her a message. She was tuning out of herself too much. She was going back down a darker place. She needed to wake up again. The owl was there to wake her up, to bring some emotions out. to make her feel all that she had been feeling. She has such an interest in aliens and the outside world. And the owl brought her on a path to looking into that, to see how much more she can expand her consciousness.
Wonderful. As we were talking before the session, we were talking about the connection between owls and aliens. Is there anything you can share with us about that?
They are messengers from the other side. Pay attention. Go within.
She said she was doing, I think it was a meditation, and Nibiru came up and the Anunnaki. Is there a connection between her and Nibiru or anything that she needs to know about that today?
She does have a connection. She is part of the Anunnaki who are here helping the planet at this time. They were a part of changing humanity. And there are beings here who wish to help for the part that they played. That is why she needs to show the other humans their light within. There was many, many, many years of darkness and repression of humans and their light. It is important for them to see that they are very important beings. And when connected to Source, they have the power to bring through so much love and so much positivity to this planet. But they have to be tapped into their light.
Very good. Thank you so much for that. She wonders why she has such a strong need to find out the truth about Earth and how all of humanity came to be. Where does that come from?
That is just because she can sense where she is from and some of her past lives. She is feeling a connection to that so that she can expand her consciousness, so she can have a bigger understanding of the all that is source, energy. If she did not dig any deeper, she would not have an understanding. It sometimes confuses her because there are many different stories, but she will be able to know which one is the truth. When she taps in, she will feel it. She will get signs. She always knows when something is off. She just has to believe that.
She says she feels like there's always so many different versions of the story. Anything she needs to know to help her understand why that is?
There is so many versions of the story, and that's okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest. She can feel what is feeling right and what is feeling off. There are little bits of truth sprinkled within all the lies. That's why it is so hard to understand. There are forces keeping us from knowing our true history because we would be able to evolve so quickly. It frustrates the ones who have a knowing, the ones who are here to help because they can see the potential.
Thank you for that. Let's see if we can bring through any messages or information from her son and her daughter, just inviting their higher selves to bring through any messages. What's the most important thing that she needs to know about her son?
Take an interest in everything he's doing. It may be hard to understand what he is doing because it is very different from what she is interested in. But he is a very intelligent soul and he will do good things. He needs a lot of love, a lot of trust. Take an active interest in what he does. Take time to connect with him.
What about her daughter? What's the most important thing she needs to know about her today?
She is a very big bringer of light. She will always shine. However, sometimes she will let people walk all over her if you do not install boundaries for her, help her to understand them, help her to understand her power, help her to know who she is. She is very strong.
Wonderful. What is the one thing that you would like Christine to know that we didn't ask today?
She can tap in at any time. She does not think she has this power. She avoids it, but she can ask for guidance. When she doesn't ask, it's not always there. Welcome it in, tap in, feel it, understand it, just like you do the people around you. You can feel what your guides have to say. It's all about going within. That is where your power is at right now. Do not think that you are weak for asking for help. This is a very hard planet to live on, and you've gone through some very big emotional traumas that you chose, but you also chose your guides. So don't forget about them.
Beautiful. What final messages would you like to share with Christine today?
Shine your light wherever you go, in the darkest corners, in the brightest light. That is where your power is. When you shine your light, you will receive back immense light from that. What you put out there, you will receive. And remember that your energy can always, when it's low, it can always rise again. Just take the time. Find your light, find your center. It won't take long to come back. Feel the feelings. Do not hold back at this time. This is not the time to try to be strong. This is the time to let it all go. The more you do that, the more you will shine and the more you can help others.
Beautiful.